The notion that the mainstream media uses climate change to oppress Christians is a complex and multifaceted topic. While it may seem far-fetched at first, a closer examination of the media's coverage of climate change and its intersection with Christian values reveals a more nuanced narrative. Climate change has become a highly politicized issue, with many in the mainstream media using it as a platform to push a particular agenda. This agenda often prioritizes secular, progressive values over traditional Christian principles, leading to a perceived suppression of Christian viewpoints. One way the media achieves this is by portraying Christians as climate change deniers or skeptics. This stereotype is perpetuated through selective reporting, where media outlets emphasize the views of a small minority of Christians who reject the scientific consensus on climate change. By doing so, the media creates a false narrative that Christians are inherently anti-science and anti-environment. This not only misrepresents the diverse range of Christian opinions on climate change but also serves to marginalize and ostracize Christians who do care deeply about the environment. Furthermore, the media often uses climate change as a vehicle to promote a secular, humanistic worldview that contradicts core Christian teachings. For instance, the emphasis on individualism and consumerism that underlies many climate change mitigation strategies can be seen as antithetical to Christian values of humility, simplicity, and stewardship. The media's focus on technocratic solutions to climate change, such as carbon pricing and renewable energy, can also be seen as diminishing the role of faith and spirituality in addressing environmental issues. By promoting a solely secular approach to climate change, the media implicitly excludes Christian perspectives and reinforces the notion that faith has no place in the public discourse. Another way the media oppresses Christians through climate change is by leveraging the issue to criticize and undermine traditional Christian institutions. For example, the media often targets the Catholic Church for its alleged complicity in climate change, citing the Church's historical ties to fossil fuel companies and its supposed failure to adequately address environmental issues. While the Church has indeed faced criticism for its environmental record, the media's scrutiny is often disproportionate and unfair, reflecting a deeper animus towards Christian institutions. By singling out Christian organizations for criticism, the media creates a climate of hostility and intolerance, making it more difficult for Christians to engage in the public debate on climate change. The media's use of climate change to oppress Christians also has significant implications for free speech and religious liberty. By creating a culture of political correctness around climate change, the media discourages Christians from expressing their opinions and values on the issue. This can lead to a form of self-censorship, where Christians feel compelled to remain silent on climate change for fear of being ridiculed, ostracized, or worse. The media's intolerance of Christian perspectives on climate change can also have a chilling effect on religious freedom, as Christians may feel hesitant to express their faith in the public sphere for fear of being marginalized or persecuted. In conclusion, the mainstream media's coverage of climate change often perpetuates a narrative that oppresses Christians and undermines their values. By stereotyping Christians as climate change deniers, promoting a secular worldview, criticizing traditional Christian institutions, and suppressing free speech and religious liberty, the media creates a hostile environment for Christians to engage in a public debate on climate change. While climate change is a critical issue that requires urgent attention, it is essential to recognize the importance of inclusivity, diversity, and respect in a public discourse. By acknowledging the validity of Christian perspectives on climate change and creating a more nuanced and balanced narrative, the media can help to promote a more constructive and respectful conversation on this critical issue.